Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for January 2022. It is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we are going to get into your current energy, the near future, what you don't see coming, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on. And then we will check into your person's energy and your energy and see what's going on there as well. So if you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the information's in the description box below this video or any video and in my about section of my channel. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your current energy. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse and then the Strength card. Okay, so in the near future, we have the Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands in reverse, and then the Ten of Swords. Some of you are going through getting past some really difficult emotional stuff. Something's gone on that's created a bit of heartbreak. Now, what you don't see coming, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Swords, and then the Hierophant. And what Spirit wants you to focus on is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So the overall energy is the Knight of Pentacles. I want to see what's behind that. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. To me, this is both your energies. I don't feel like it's somebody else. There's a part of your energy that's shifting. You may be looking at things from a more practical perspective, meaning you know that things happen at a pace of slow and steady. At times, we feel like we have to push really, really, really hard to get where we're going. And I think you've shifted. Something has changed. And you don't feel like this pressure to have to get things done. You may have accomplished quite a bit last year and just feel like, okay, I can take a deep breath. I don't need to be trying to force things. They will come as they're meant to come. It's like relaxing into it and allowing things to just move at a natural pace. See, the thing is, it's all about perception. Because if you are working really, really hard and you're stressed about it, then it can feel really like a constant state of anxiousness. But if you come back and you sort of ground your energy, then you can take these steps slowly and not allow it to stress you out like you may have before. When we have an end goal, a lot of times we want to reach it faster than it's meant to be reached. And in this case, I'm going to say you're going to learn a lot more. They're going to be much more valuable lessons in relaxing and releasing some of that anxiety. So the Queen of Swords says that there's a lot of clarity around this. I think you're very clear about it. I don't feel that there's confusion. There's other things in your life I feel like you're getting very clear about too. She's also an energy of like, steer clear of me. The way she's seated, she's got her sword up and her hand out. It's like, come on, you can come towards me. But if you don't come towards me with honesty and integrity, then I'm just going to cut you right out. There's no sense in this or anything else in your life sticking around if it doesn't move at the pace that you're comfortable with, which I think is just different. You guys are very fiery. Obviously, you know that. You're a fire sign. And you have a tendency to go from a 0 to 1,000 pretty quickly, especially if you have an end goal. And I just don't think that's how you're going to deal with things this particular month. That clarity is going to be very important for you. I don't think you're going to be overwhelmed with mental energy. I just think you're going to be very clear about your intentions. Okay, so in the current energy, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse and the Strength card. So something definitely happened that I see you lost passion for. I think it was something that hurt you pretty deeply. Whether this be a relationship, friendship, family situation, whatever it is, you've had to pick up your strength like to the nth degree. Maybe even more so than you would normally have had to be strong for things. Not that you guys aren't, because you're incredibly strong as a sign. You don't let things get the better of you very often. But I think something really did take its toll on you. And it's taken some time for you to regain the strength to push forward again. So if this was work that was overwhelming and you were a little disappointed in the way things had gone, or maybe you felt like you were losing your passion for something, and that's a little bit heartbreaking, it seems like you're okay with it now because you're releasing that energy and allowing yourself to just get through it and regain your strength. We'll clarify that in just a moment. So in the near future, we have the Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands in reverse, and then the Ten of Swords. To me, this says you're putting an end to anything that's going to create that kind of anxiety and stress. Now, the Page of Wands in reverse can be sometimes moving at a pace that is unnatural to your nature. And that's what I feel like you're doing. It's actually a good thing when I think about it, the way it's feeling, the way these cards are coming across. You're putting an end to this. There is no longer going to be things that take you off course or make you feel like you're pulled so far to, let's say, the left in order for you to get back center that it takes more strength than normal. In this case, I'm going to say you're going to find a better balance. So things are not going to get to you the way that they used to. You're not going to let them overwhelm you, like I said, or create the same type of anxiety. Now, this could also be that you had an energy in your life that was, I want to say the pages are sometimes immature. It could just have felt like somebody didn't really know what they wanted. And I don't think you want to let that create any kind of problem for you, anxiety either. So if that's an energy you had to release, I can see where you're finally letting that go. You're just done. All right, so we'll clarify that in a minute as well. And with what you don't see coming, the Page of Pentacles in reverse with the King of Swords and the Hierophant, I think what Spirit's saying is that you don't see that there is a power behind you, a faith behind you, where at times you may have felt like you couldn't get back control of situations in your life, whether it be financial or otherwise. Some of you, you had some really difficult times as a child, and that's the energy you're putting behind you. With it in reverse, it tells me that you're no longer living in that space. So let's say you experienced a bit of homelessness, or you went through a really, really tough time, or your family did as a child. The King of Swords says he's taken back control of that thought process, and he's not allowing that to stand in the way of his goals. The Hierophant, to me, can represent a couple different things. Either you are on a path to complete some type of higher education, or you're just having faith that you can get beyond this and not repeat something that had happened in the past, or hold on to any kind of fear that that might happen to you again. So the Hierophant is two different things here. This is Taurus energy. Very grounded energy. I do feel it's a lot about faith and being clear that you can maintain this mental clarity, this control back over you and yourself, and not allow anything from your past to stay in that, in your energy space. Because when we allow that to, and we allow those fears to keep going, it can cause us to live in a state of anxiety, like I was talking about before. So you don't want to hold on to that because it isn't true for today. It's not the same as it was then. You're a different person. You've created different things in your life up to this point. So that's amazing. It's hard to overcome. So for those of you that have really gotten to this place, that's a huge, big feat to overcome. All right. Now, what Spirit wants you to focus on, the Ace of Pentacles with the Four of Swords and the Six of Cups. It's very much similar energy to me because the Six of Cups can be reminiscing about opportunities that felt like they were missed. And you being in your head about it has not helped. So they want you to focus on if there's anything left that is pulling you back to the past, they're wanting you to focus on releasing that, because whatever was missed, if it feels like it was a missed opportunity or something that just didn't work out, then it wasn't meant to. And I think you're finally at a place that you can accept that. Now, stepping back and thinking things through is okay. Processing the energy is okay, but not living in it, in your current energy, because what's done is done. Now, there could be somebody in your life as well that does have something to say to you, and they've thought through what had happened. Maybe they have something to confess about, or they want to talk about where they felt like they missed an opportunity with you. If you're open to that, great. If you're not, I totally understand. But I think Spirit wants you to give them an opportunity to explain themselves. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify with the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. This is for for Sag. Okay, this card wanted to hang out. So the Three of Swords is coming out to clarify the Three of Swords in reverse. So you're getting over these things. Anything that felt like it was heartbreak. And I want to keep going back to childhood. So things that were disappointing to you. Yes, this could have been a situation where somebody had you in a third party, but it could just be things that you at times had held on to that were really hurtful. And I just don't think you're sitting in it. This is like not just about a brand new year, but a really new start to the way that you view your life. All right, let's look at the Three of Swords with the Strength card. And then we have the Empress in reverse. So at times when you felt like you were derailed because of these painful situations, Spirit's saying to focus on the strength that you've had to get through everything that you've gotten through to this point. So you're not necessarily feeling 100% yourself right now, but you're getting there. You're getting past all of these things that had created this kind of pain in your life, and you're regaining this, knowing that you have the ability to get back to feeling like maybe you haven't felt like yourself for quite some time. Maybe you've just been going so hard that you didn't even recognize who you were anymore. And now I think that's all just kind of coming back together and balancing itself out. All right, let's look at the Nine of Swords with the Page of Wands in reverse. There you go. I mean, for them to come out, the strength, the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords, talk about a powerful energy. Now, this is Leo. You could have been dealing with a Leo that put you in a third party. Could have been a Taurus. I have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So any of those, but a very strong Leo energy. This could represent someone else in your life as well, a parent, even a sibling. I'm going to say maybe a sister that you had that was also a very fiery energy. That could have been a very disappointing relationship, and you're just at a place where you don't want to stress about it anymore. You're trying to overcome any of these obstacles or things that have been holding you back. All right, so let's look at the Page of Wands with the Ten of Swords. And then we have the Queen of Swords again. Wow, a lot of clarifications for the same cards. The Queen of Swords was in the first couple of cards that I pulled out. And she's like, no, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to discuss it anymore. There's only one person that I would say they want you to be open to, but I don't think this is the same scenario. She is very clear about what she doesn't want to deal with anymore and the betrayals that she's felt. Acceptance of situations in your life is really the best way to get beyond it. Now, yes, we'll carry some wounds with us, clearly, because you've been through a lot in your life. Like everybody, we all deal with things a little bit differently. But here, it's just like, she's so beautiful. Blue could be a very significant color for you, I want to say. But the Doves is saying that this is all about love. This is about being clear about how you want to love yourself, how you want to love others, how you want to give of yourself mentally, emotionally, and otherwise, and not being apologetic about it. Very unapologetic. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles with the King of Swords. Let's see what's coming out for that, what you don't see coming. And then this is crazy, guys. I've never had so many cards come out to clarify that are the same cards that came out. This is truly having faith, truly believing in a higher power, and knowing, you just know it. With the King of Swords and the Hierophant showing up like that twice, this is a strong conviction, and you may have them now, very strong ones. You've set some clear boundaries, and you're trusting that what is meant for you is going to be meant for you. And whatever you've cleared out of your life, I don't think you doubt anymore whether you need to keep them there or not. Whatever the situation is, if you've cut something out, you're pretty clear that you have faith that was the right decision. All right, so let's look at the King of Swords with the Hierophant here, and then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it could have been around a love situation, a higher level of commitment, past situations where you felt like people had left you high and dry, taken advantage of you financially or otherwise. And now I think you have faith that in the future, even if you're in a current relationship, that things have got to shift because you need things to be a certain way in order to fit the new you. If you are single, then it's Spirit saying, just take some time to regain your strength, get past the things that you've gone through, and have faith that the right situation is going to come towards you when the timing is right. All right, so let's look at the Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Swords. This is for Sagittarius. And then we have the Four of Swords again. I can't with this reading. This is crazy. Each row has literally clarified a card that had already come out or close to there. So this person that I said might be coming towards you that has something to say has thought about this thoroughly thought about this, took a big time out before they wanted to come towards you. The Nine of Swords in reverse means that it stressed them out for a period of time because they were literally thinking about how to approach you and how disappointed they are that things didn't work out the way that they had hoped. So some of you, I don't know if you're going to be open to this. If you think of the person, as soon as you think of whoever at the moment that I had started to talk about this, then that's the energy that I'm talking about. So it's going to be up to you if you're willing to open yourself up to it. But I think this took a real toll on this person and they haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. All right. So I'm going to clear this now and we will get into whoever's on your mind. Let's see what stays on the top. Yeah, a lot of heartbreak. But the good thing is it's in the reverse. So it's getting beyond these and not letting them pull you down. It's definitely not letting them affect this new year. There's too much coming for you and too much that I feel like you need and want to create. And you're so willing to be patient with it that this is not going to slow you down or affect you in any way. The pains of the past or things from your childhood. All right, so let's take a peek at you and your person, see what's going on there. This is for Sag. All right, so your person's energy, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is somebody who definitely has something to say. The Five of Cups, very sad. That could be that person that wants to come in and say, you know, I really screwed up. This never got started with the Ace of Cups in reverse. And then the Six of Swords is saying they want to get to a better place. Your energy is the Four of Wands in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Strength in reverse, and the Two of Swords. And then the overall energy is the King of Swords in reverse. So I'm not sure you trust that this person's going to tell you the truth or that what they have to say could possibly be the truth. When knights come in as the Knight of Swords like this, they come in and their energy is very strong, but they can be in and out as well. And I think they just want to explain to you their sadness. They can't see beyond where they went wrong. The Ace of Cups says they just don't feel like they ever got to the place that they wanted to with you. Like there wasn't that new, fresh beginning, or you didn't have an opportunity to actually get to know each other well. But they want to make peace. They really do with the with the King. It could be a very masculine energy, masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But I just feel like they want to come in and give you clarity. I don't know that this is closure. This just feels like wanting to get to a better place with you. So your energy is the Four of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles. I don't think you have a whole lot of energy to give to this person. Whatever choice you made and it was pretty clear. So to me, it's like you don't have a lot to offer if they do come in. Not that you don't have a lot to offer in general to a partnership, just right now, I'm not sure you want to head in that direction. Maybe you just don't want full-on commitment and marriage, and that's why the Four of Wands is showing up in reverse. It doesn't seem like your energy has a desire to move towards this or allow this back in your life. You may want to hear them out, but if you're in a current relationship with this person, I think you've pulled back your energy quite a bit. If they're not showing up the way that you had expected, and they seem to be a little bit closed off emotionally, I can see why you would be like, maybe this isn't going in the direction that I had hoped. All right, let's see with the romance angels, and then we'll get some advice for you. All right, this is for Sag. So it says, calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. I just feel that's you wanting to call in a different soulmate. Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. That may be what you're doing and feeling like you need to do. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Yeah. See, I think you're going in a different direction. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Okay, a couple different messages. If you are with this person and they're not emotionally available, I could see you wanting to move away from that and find your true love. And they're saying stay optimistic, because what you desire is going to come towards you. And being patient, like I said in the main reading, it's going to be important. Children, your love life is being affected by children. That could be a very big thing for some of you. For some of you, it may not even apply, so take it if it resonates. But that could be what is so important to you. If you have a child involved, then you want to make sure that you have the right partner with you, especially if the children are going to be affected by that partnership. All right, let's grab my cards. The Lover's Oracle. Oh, let me get some advice really quick. All right, so the Three of Swords, the way it just pulled around and ended up in the upright, I think there was some definite heartbreak or disappointment in this situation. I just feel a very speedy, like almost out of breath type of energy with this person. All right, so the advice, Four of Swords, don't stay in your head about it. Justice, I just don't think things are going to be very balanced. The Page of Swords, this person watches, and then there's the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of communication. So yes, there will be. Again, this is kind of an apology type of energy. Although I don't sense that there's balance. The advice is to you, communication, openness, if you want to be with them. Finding balance may be a little bit difficult with them, so you're just going to have to be very clear if you want to open up and accept that apology. All right. Let's see what the Lover's Oracle has for you. All right, this one feels right, but I might need to shuffle again. It says, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. I like that. Now I feel the need to shuffle. I don't want to go right in a row like yeah, this card is the one I wanted. So it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. That's important. And then we have deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Absolutely. Very clear messages there. All right, so let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. We'll see what your last messages are. I just saw a change in the wind. I think this is your energy. I think you've just really come into your own. It doesn't matter what age you are. Sometimes we find ourselves in our 50s or 60s. You know, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. It just means you did it at a later date. Your soul came here to experience certain things before you came to this place. And now you're like, I just want to live my life peacefully. For others of you, if you're younger, you figured it out at an early stage, and that's great, because that means that you're going to know who you are throughout most of your life, the majority of your life. This card is, I swear to you, been coming out nonstop. I think it came out in your last reading. Somebody really wants to mend things with you, and I don't think they're going to let it go. This could be a sibling. The way I'm looking at the card right now for your particular reading, it looks like children. So this could be a brother or a sister, someone that wants to mend things with you. Now, you could be dealing with somebody born in the month of July with the 7, May or July or February, and then the 7th of the month. And then we have exchanging gifts. This came out for the last reading. So something is repeating for you fire signs. This is the gift of change and endings is what I feel like. You could be realize that there's a gift to every difficult relationship that you had, and that it was worth going through after you get to the other side of it, because you realize how much it taught you. All right. And then next we have the fates. So something fated is coming in your direction. So if you decide you want to walk away from this, then the next relationship you have is going to be very significant in your life. This is an 8. That means something's coming towards you. This could be also expansion in your work that is fated to happen for you, a change there. And it's an 8. So I feel like there's eternity going on. I keep wanting to make that symbol with my finger. And then we have a leg up. So you have a leg up on the competition. If you are up for some kind of a promotion, just know that you've got that. 7s are going to be very significant for you guys in the month of January. We've got 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, and then 7 again. So you have 4 7s. That's huge. To me, that's a very whatever you believe in, higher power type of energy looking out for you. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have soulmates, and that's a 5. So 5s are going to be significant as well. But this is what I feel like most of you desire at this point in your life. You want somebody that you can mate with for life. And that's really what the penguin represents. It is truly loving somebody at the depth of who they are and wanting that person to see you the same way. If you haven't experienced this kind of love just yet, I feel like this is what's going to be coming towards you. Is it going to be in January? Maybe not, but it seems like that's what you seek. And I feel like you're going to have the patience to wait for it if you haven't already found it. Okay, my loves, that was your reading. Thank you so, so much for being here. Again, for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal, that's in the description box below or in my About section. I hope you have an amazing month, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Lots of love.